Shalom. Shalom, shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shai, Bahashim, Rakakadash. Double honors to all the apostles and elders of Great Millstone, and salutations to all the Akim and Akwaf tuning in and listening. This is Daniel God from the Great Millstone, Chicago camp. And I just want to get into the topic of the Lord will make you a man. The Lord will put you, if the Lord is dealing with you, the Lord is going to push you into becoming a man. Because in this society, man, we this place really, this matriarch and just being under Esau, man, this shit really effeminized us and really softened us up. And I'm not saying brothers are soft or nothing like that. I'm just saying this society, man, really, scrutinize you for being a man. That's, looked down on. That's shit. You looked at as the bad guy if you're a fucking man and you stand for something, man. But the Lord doesn't deal with that. The Lord wants us to be men. And there's multiple accounts in the scriptures that the Lord made our forefathers into men, put them in situations to where they gotta, gird up. I'm gonna get into a few accounts. This is 1 Kings chapter 2, and I'm gonna start at 1, because this is the time where King David was in his old age, and King David knew that it was coming to that time where he was gonna pass on. And this is what Solomon was chosen to be king. He was up next, and Solomon, which was Yahushua, but King Solomon, he was young. He was in his young when he was he was a young man when he was chosen to be king. And this is what King David said to him. This is 1 Kings chapter 2 and 1. Now the days of David drew nigh that he should die, and he charged Solomon his son, saying, I go the way of all the earth. Be thou strong therefore, and show thyself a man, and keep the charge of Yahweh thy God, to walk in his ways, to keep his statutes and his commandments and his judgments and his testimonies, as it is written in the law of Moses, that thou mayest prosper in all that thou doest, and whatsoever thou turnest thyself. And because King Solomon, man, he was about to be king, man. And he was telling King David, man, you gotta be a fucking man. And this is also, saying, Salakia. And this was a mighty deal, man. And the Lord was dealing with King David, and now, it's been passed down to Solomon. So really, it was time, to gird up and be a man now, because now you in charge of a whole kingdom. People are going to be dependent on you, man. And I think this is the chapter where he asks for wisdom to discern, But really, the point of the matter is, man, the Lord is going to make you a man. This whole 1 Kings is beautiful, man. But I'm going to get this one. This is Jeremiah chapter 1 and 4. And this is going to be a quick one, just an exhortation, man. Like, if the Lord is dealing with you, man, he gonna put you through that. And we have to fully depend on the Lord whatsoever we go. If this is Jeremiah 1 and 4. Then the word of Yahweh came unto me, saying, before I formed thee in the belly, I knew thee, and before thou camest forth out of the womb, I sanctified thee, and I ordained thee a prophet unto the nations. Then said I, Lord Yahweh, Behold, I cannot speak, for I am a child. But Yahweh said unto me, saying, Say not, I am a child, for thou shalt go to all that I shall send thee, and whatsoever I command thee thou shalt speak. Be not afraid of their faces, for I am with thee to deliver thee, saith the Lord Yahweh. And the Lord said, don't worry about none of that shit. This is what I command you to do. So we got to be all in, man. Hey, the Lord command us to preach this word. The Lord, hey, we got to be with it. You know? Ain't no fucking shine off. And that's what this world, this westernized shit teaches you, to cop out, to shy away from responsibility. Just play hot potato and pass it to the next motherfucker. Nah, man, we got to deal with shit head on. Even if it is confrontational, we got to deal with this shit. And that's what the Lord is really bringing back, that lion that's in us, man. So, hey, man, the Lord is going to put us in situations. Hey, we got to just gird up. Ain't no running. Ain't no hiding. We commanded to do something. Hey, we got to deal with it, man. This is Job 38 and 3. This is Job 38 and 3. Gird up now thy loins like a man, for I will demand of thee, and answer thou me. Gird up your loins. The Lord told Job to gird up his loins, man. We know what Job went through, man. All the tribulations, he lost everything. But the Lord gave it all back to him. And then some. The Lord is dealing with his men. And he's we're gonna always be proven, man. We're gonna always be proven. The Lord is gonna prove us, man. This is 1 Corinthians. This is a classic one. This is 1 Corinthians 13 and 11. When I was a child, I spake as a child. I understood as a child. I thought as a child. But when I became a man, I put away childish things. And that's right, man. Because and then really, you don't really become a man till you fully, seriously, sincerely serve the Lord, man. The way we once thought our shit's supposed to be, and our reasoning, hey, man, none of that shit meant anything, man. We putting away these childish things, man. We putting off the ways of this world. We putting off instant gratification. We putting off all this fun. And you still kick it, do whatever you do, but ultimately, man, we putting off this world, man, because we know that the Lord has something greater for us, have something greater to offer us, man. And that's a hard thing that's why a lot of Israelites don't come into this truth, man. They tap dance around and have all these gimmicks, but hey, we got to enter the straight gate. And it takes accountability to do that, man. And yeah, man, you don't fully become a man till you serve the Lord. This is what was I finna bring? This is Isaiah. Let me see if I can find Isaiah 10. That ain't it. It's like it. This is Isaiah 1. Isaiah 1 and 25. What is it? 24. The point of the matter is Isaiah 1 and 25. And I will turn my hand upon thee, and I purely purge away thy dross, and take away all thy tin. And what he means by that, and that's unwanted metals, man. Tin and dross, you burn that stuff off, man, to get that precious metal for whatever you're forming to be perfected, man. So the Lord, is purging off unwanted qualities, these feminine, weak habits and characteristics that we picked up being in Babylon, man. And the Lord is purging away all of that and making us as pure as fucking gold, man. Salakia for my language, is making us pure as gold. You know? This is I'm gonna get Sirach. It's a beautiful scripture right here. I'm bringing this out before. This is Sirach 20. This is Sirach 20 and 32. Necessary patience in seeking the Lord is better than he that leadeth his life without a guide. Necessary patience, and we know patience means suffering. It says necessary suffering when seeking the Lord. So we're gonna suffer doing this, man, but it's for our betterment, man. You know, we coming for the Lord is making us as gold. You know, as we dive more deep into this thing, and that suffering and the trials we go to is better than being without a guide, man. That's better than not. That's basically I'm trying to say is going through what we're going through is better than just being not dealt with. You know, better than when the Lord not dealing with you, man. So we have to go through this, man, because you don't want to. You know, let me get that. That's in Hebrews. That's in Hebrews. What is it? Hebrews 12. This is Hebrews 12 and 7. If ye endure chastening, the Most High dealeth with you as with sons. For what son is he whom the Father chasteneth not? But if ye be without chastisement, whereof all are partakers, then ye are bastards and not sons. Furthermore, we have fathers of our flesh which corrected us, and we gave them reverence. Shall we not much rather be in subjection unto the Father of spirits and live? For they verily for a few days chasten us after their own pleasure, but he for our profit, that we might be partakers of his holiness. So this is and he said that was a beautiful point, man. He said, hey, we reverence our fathers in the flesh. You know, they discipline us if we go off. And how much more the Heavenly Father, man, the Father of spirits, man. So the Lord is doing what he's doing. He's dealing with us, man. And we'd rather have the Lord deal with us, and you know, we go through shit, and you know, we suffer patiently. But that's better than not having the Lord deal with you at all, man, because we know that this is for our betterment. We know, you know, we going through this, we're going to get a reward. We have a crown waiting for us, man. It's not meant for us to be comfortable here, man. And that's what this is all becoming being a man, because we got a man, we got to deal with shit we don't want to deal with. But we got to be looking at the big picture. The big picture is salvation, man. We want to be chosen. We want to be a part of the elect. So we have to go through this, man. This is Zechariah 13 verse 8. And it shall come to pass that in all the land, saith Yahweh, 2 parts therein shall be cut off and die, but the third shall be left therein. This is talking about the Israelites. 2/3 of our people are going to be cut off because the Lord wasn't dealing with them on this side. And now we're talking about the 1/3. And I will bring the third part through the fire, and refine them as silver is refined, and will try them as gold is tried. They shall call on my name, and I will hear them, and I will say, it is my people, and they shall say, Yahweh is my God. So, man, the Lord is dealing with us as sons, man. You know, and it's necessary that we go through this, man, because we need this, man. You know, we've been made rulers, man. You know, the Lord is grooming us to be rulers, man, kings. So we have to go through this, man, to get to it. So, you know, hopefully this lesson was edifying. And I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakakadash. Double honors to all the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Shalom, Kwam.